guys, it's Paige. Welcome back to my channel. I just spit everywhere again. What is wrong with me? Hopefully it didn't show up on camera. If it did, oh well, we're keeping it in the video. I'm just gonna sit down really quickly and give you guys part 8. This is not a 8. Part 8 of my Australia versus America series. You guys love it. I love it too. So we're gonna keep rocking with it and let's get straight into this video. So in America, free refills is a really, really big thing. I guess in Australia, you guys don't really do the free like refills on like coffee. I don't even drink coffee, but just I had an Uber driver who was really, really cool and like sweet, and I'm trying to sit crisscross applesauce on this chair, which was a bad idea, but I made it. Anyway, so my Uber driver was like, "Oh, you're from America?" And we had a really long conversation. He's so nice. I always talk to random people, guys, like I'm crazy. But he was telling me he loves going to the States because we have free refills on coffee, and he's an avid coffee drinker. And here in Australia, it's like, it's a one and done type of thing. So yeah, in the States you can get as many refills on coffee as you want when you like go sit down at like a diner or a Denny's or something like that. Just any type of restaurant where you order coffee, like those refills is bottomless. Next one, you guys, just so you know, I like keep notes on my phone because anytime I like see a difference, I'm like, oh, gotta make sure I write this down. And literally here's what my note says: y'all drive so fast. That just sounds like so like, y'all just like, Paige, what? Sometimes when I write stuff to myself, I like go back and read it and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm crazy. Like, who did this? Was it me? I don't know. But yes, so I just meant like you guys drive kind of, I don't know, like fast and aggressive and kind of like, yeah, and like you guys will like dart out in front of, like if it's like a turn, or like if you're like coming to an intersection and traffic's going this way and you're trying to turn onto it, like the car will be real close to you and you're like, safe and sound, we'll wait for it to go, and they will just like go and you'll be like, I'm gonna die, but you make it every time. Fast and Furious in Australia, but you will live. Yeah, so that's one. Another thing is all of your TV shows have like Australian in the title, whereas in America, like it's not quite as common to do something like that. So we just have like Survivor, and I kept seeing all these posters here and it was like Australian Survivor. So yeah, just like basic TV shows like that. Like obviously a show like America's Got Talent will have America in the title, but just other shows like Survivor or like a show like that, it's not going to say America's Survivor, it'll just say Survivor, but in Australia it says like Australians Survivor. The next one I want to talk about is a little bit of like interesting, it's so interesting to talk about these subjects because it's like you don't want to offend people or like make people uncomfortable, but honestly guys, like I only think things are uncomfortable if you don't talk about them and you put red tape on them, like shh, like don't talk about it, like it doesn't exist. So one thing that I did notice, and this was actually brought up to me in a class that I was in about Indigenous Australian culture, was that the movies, like they will have a release of the movie, what is that thing called, like the like the cover of the DVD, you know what I mean, like the promotional cover of the DVD that you get, and you see the cover and it's like, oh, this is the movie, and then you open it up and the CD's inside. So that whole thing, and I will try to find the what are those called? Oh my gosh guys, I'm having so much trouble thinking of the words for it. So it's the DVD cover, the cover artwork, and I will try to find them online and then put the cover art on the screen for you, because what we found is that like the American versions of the movies Rabbit Proof Fence, and there was another one, I can't remember the name of it, what was it called, another airplane, hey airplane, it was about this Australian singing group, like the Emeralds or something, like what are they called, the Emeralds, oh my god, the Sapphires, guys. So Rabbit Proof Fence and the Sapphires, and the Australian promotional footage of it, or promotional posters and like DVD cover, it shows these like women of color and they're proud and strong and front and center and like, hey, it's us, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then in the American releases, in one of them they like blue washed the women, so the women were not brown anymore on the American cover, like they made it where you couldn't really tell their skin tone. And then they also featured the white men more prominently in the picture. So I don't know, it's just interesting that like maybe what sells and what's more marketable in America is different, I guess, than maybe in Australia. And these are just two specific examples. This isn't everything. And also this was pointed out to me by a white male teacher of mine, or you guys call them, what do you call them here, lecturers in Australia. So this isn't me just like being like, I'm a woman of color, I'm just like so oppressed, like I'm not even like adding any like oppression, or like, I'm not even like saying anything like that, guys. I'm literally just saying like a visible difference that was pointed out to me in a class about marketing, and I thought it was really, really interesting. So again, I'm not like trying to like quantify good, bad, oh, duh, discrimination. Like, I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just saying there's a difference in the way that things are marketed in America and Australia, at least with these specific Australian movies that feature strong Aboriginal women female leads. In America, a really big thing is all-you-can-eat buffets, so it's super common to go to, I don't even remember what they're called. Oh, there's one called all-you-can-eat buffet, I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm pretty sure there's one, or like hometown buffet. Hometown buffet, or just like all these buffets, and like, I'm sure you guys all know what a buffet is, regardless of where you are in the world, but it's just like basically bottomless food, and you just pay a flat rate, and then you can eat a flat rate. Ooh, aggressive. And then you can just eat as much food as you want. Whereas I guess in Australia, this is also when I was talking to my Uber friend, he was like, oh, we don't have buffets in Australia, and that was really so many planes. Hello, plane. But so many. Like, you guys don't really have buffets here, unless he was saying it's like a 5-star like hotel, and then they might have a buffet for their people there, and then even then it's going to be really expensive, like $50 or $60 for like some like brunch breakfast buffet type of thing. Whereas in the States, it's like you can go and like for like $10, like you just get like bottomless like comfort food, whatever you want. Another thing I want to talk about, this is just from my own personal experience, I feel like the quality, and from also who I've talked to as well, the quality of the food in Australia seems to be better. Like, there's more regulations on the food and what people can and cannot eat. I've also noticed I have a really sensitive stomach back home in the States. If I eat something that's like not the best for you, I like will really like, it's just real sensitive. I'll get sick all the time. And I was talking to my host mom just like yesterday, and I realized that I'm not really getting sick over here. Like, I haven't really had any stomach issues at all, besides like that time of the month. But besides that, like, I haven't had any like dietary issues, and so it's really, I think, just like the food here is cleaner. Even if you're eating something that's like a little bit like worse for you, it's still like a better quality than I think in America. And again, this is just from what I've heard, and my host mom has traveled a lot to the US and like tried to eat both foods, and also just from like my own personal like stomach and the way my stomach reacts. So yeah, but she was telling me there's like a lot more regulations here in Australia, so that's a thing. So you guys wanted me to talk a lot about the media and differences in the media, and I did notice that, sorry, I'm looking at my notes, a lot of stuff seems to be pretty identical to the United States. It's just, you're talking about Australian things instead, so it's like really, really similar formats. If it's a talk show, it's like this woman with a bunch of makeup on and like curled hair, and she's sitting in this like not slanky, that's not the word, she's sitting in like a really like, I don't know how you would describe the dresses, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys watch those, you've seen it at least, and they sit there and they're like, so Bob, tell us more about your new book, you know, and they do like that. The only difference is, I think in Australia they talk about so many planes, hello planes. They talk more about international stuff instead of just Australia. And I've also noticed a lot of Australian media talks about the United States. So like, not all the time, like you guys are very like, we love Australia, like that, but like you guys will talk a lot about like, oh, what's Kanye West doing, or like, oh, the United States, like they're doing this thing. Whereas in America, if you're watching a talk show or if you're watching the news, they're not going to be like, oh, what's Australia doing? Just because America is very like America-centric and like, we're America, we just, yeah, rah, rah, rah. Not hating on America, I'm an American, like, let's get it America, but it definitely is a difference that we don't really talk as much about international stuff unless it really pertains to us. Like, oh, we have this communication with Australia and it affects us, so we're going to talk about it. If that kind of makes sense. In America, it's really, really common for us to say root for the home team. Now, I can't remember like what root means in Australia, but I was told not to say like root for the home team. It's like a bad word here or something, but I'm American, so that's not a bad word for us. I think someone was telling me it was like a female body part, if you know what I'm saying. I think, maybe I'm crazy. But they were saying it's bad, but like legitimately there's like songs in America, it's like root for the home team, if they don't win it's a shame, or whatever. Like, it's like, so like literally we like sing that like baseball games, and we're like, yeah, root for the home team. Like, there's all of these songs that have like root in it and all these cheers, but I guess you can't say that in Australia. And I'm sorry if you're an Australian watching this and you're like cringing at me saying the word root. It doesn't mean the same thing to me. And so, yeah, like, if this is offensive, I'm sorry. I literally don't know. I just know that they said don't say it at baseball games because they might think you're talking about a bad word, but not like a cuss word. Like, I think it was the female anatomy. I don't know. Maybe I should look it up. Maybe I shouldn't post this. I don't know. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. My memory card got full, so if for some reason it looks like I'm like in a different position, it's because I had to move my camera and like delete some footage because I had too much, so sorry about that. But anyway, I love you guys. Please thumbs up this video if you liked it. I love when you guys thumbs up a video. It's so awesome, and that's how my videos keep growing, and that's how people see my videos, because if you thumbs it up, YouTube's like, oh, like this is a sick video, like we're gonna make sure that we put this out there more. So please continue to do that. Please keep leaving me comments. You guys know how I feel about that. If you're new to my channel, then go check out my previous videos. Like all I do is like respond to comments. Like that's like my entire life is being like, oh yeah, like where, you know what I mean? But besides that, also make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and check out my giveaway that's going on right now, because we reached 3,000 subscribers, guys. 3,000? Yes, 3,000. My last video for like that was a giveaway. I said the wrong number, but yes, 3,000 is correct. So yes, I love you guys. Thank you so much for all of your support. I can't wait to see where we're gonna go in the future. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Hey guys, it's Paige. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a bunch of no makeup videos for you guys, because I think what is better